As is often the case, many of our favorite ASMR creators are women, like Flora Rogers, Bees, and Luna Rex. But we're going to set them aside for now because today's pic overview is a picture of an ASMR artist who is a man, and that is TomASMR. Now, TomASMR is kind of a popular ASMR artist. He does a lot of really interesting, oddball, experimental kinds of videos on his channel. So you can see this one is loosely based off a video he posted sometime back in September, although he didn't actually do that in the picture. In the video, I just drew that as a joke. Yeah, this picture was drawn sometime back in September 2025, shortly after he posted that video. I love the glittery pink and lavenderish gradient background with the yellow beads, the sort of steel gray, tealish font for Tom, pretty tacky YouTube logo with sort of a lime green and red color scheme. Sort of gives green tomato vibes. Yeah, he didn't actually do that in the video. That was just me goofing off. I like to do that sometimes with these YouTubers, especially in the ASMR community. I love to sort of poke fun at them and make them do silly stuff. Even back when I used to draw some of the more toxic, rich, entitled content creators like GB and Maddie Tingles, I used to love to poke fun at them every once in a while. It's just, yeah, being a cartoonist, that's just the way I am. I get a lot of that from one of my influences I've talked about in the past. One of my influences is a painter named Robert Colescott. Robert Colescott. He passed away several years ago, but he was also a fun painter who did a bunch of silly stuff. He was sort of a controversial painter. A lot of his paintings are controversial for different reasons, but he enjoyed getting reactions from people, making them look silly in his paintings. It's kind of the way I do with the drawings. Now, there are certain do's and don'ts when it comes to doing silly stuff with YouTuber fan art, but as long as you're not breaking the rules, you can kind of do whatever you want. And, of course, one of the biggest mistakes I've made in the past is actually telling people that I drew their fan art. You're actually not supposed to do that. You're actually supposed to surprise them. Because on social media, a lot of these people who are huge content creators aren't supposed to talk to you in the first place, so you just kind of gotta wing it, I made that mistake many times with people like GBASMR. You're just not supposed to talk to them about doing their fan art. You just kind of gotta surprise them. So, yeah. I've never told Tom that I did his fan art, and it's currently going to stay that way because I like Tom's content. He's a pretty cool guy. And that's all I got to say about this video. I mean, this picture. Thanks for watching.